Okay, so as in the last video, we have discussed about the Coulomb's law, right? We have discussed what it is, or what does this law states, and when it was discovered, who discovered, and we have seen the mathematical equation of the Coulomb's law as well. But in today's video, we are going to learn the vector form of Coulomb's law. So what we are going to learn today is vector form. How we can write the formula of Coulomb's law in the vector form. So today we are going to learn the vector form. Let me highlight this. Okay, so as we know, charges are scalar, distance is scalar. Wait, let me write the formula here first. K, not K, however, F is equal to, that is Coulomb force, right? C. Fc is equal to K, that is Coulomb's constant and also known as electrostatic constant, whose calculated value is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square, right? So K, Q1, Q2, product of their charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, R square. Alright, R square. So as we know that, wait, let me highlight this too. As we know that Fc represents here Coulomb's force, right? K is Coulomb's constant, which is also known as electrostatic constant, also known as electrostatic constant. And I have taught you this too, like it is not actually the Coulomb's constant, it is actually the constant of Gaussian and Hooke's law, right? And Q1 and Q2 represents charges, all right? And finally R represents the distance between them, the distance between these two charges, distance, all right? So let me highlight these with different colors so that it cannot be mixed up. So Fc is the Coulomb's force, all right? K is Coulomb's constant, which is also known as electrostatic constant, whose calculated value is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Q1 and Q2 both represents the charges here. Wait, both represents the charges here, all right? And R represents the distance between these two charges. R represents the distance between these two charges. Now we know that force is a vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity. However, the charges and the distance, they both are scalar. So let me write that as well. Charges and distance both are scalar, right? Both are scalar. But the product we are getting is F, and we know that force is always a vector quantity because it requires direction as well, direction plus magnitude with it, all right? Now as we are going to represent the formula of Coulomb's law in a vector form, So how are you gonna do that? Wait, let me use this color. So F, wait, Q1 Q2 K over R square basically represents the magnitude of a force. It is a magnitude of a force. Magnitude of a force. It is a magnitude of a force. Let me highlight this. And now as we are going to represent this in a vector form, how are you going to do that? F vector, we know that we represent the vector by putting an arrow on the top of that particular quantity. F vector is equal to K Q1 Q2 R square, which is the magnitude, plus we are going to multiply this with the unit vector, and we know that the unit vector's magnitude is always 1. So when this will gonna multiply by this unit vector, the answer would be same K Q1 Q2 over R square. And we know that the unit vector is always used to give direction, and it is represented by R cap, A cap, any variable and the cap on it, right? That is basically representation of the unit vector. So how we have represented our formula, our Coulomb's force in vector form. So we have just put an arrow on the top of the force, as we know that that is the vector quantity, is equal to K Q1 Q2 over R square. That is the magnitude multiplied by the direction, and the direction will be given by the unit vector here, whose magnitude is 1. Alright, so let me highlight this. I hope this is clear to everyone, how we gonna represent the Coulomb's force in the vector form. So this was all for today.